Hello, this is Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com, and today we're sitting in a 2020 Volvo plug-in hybrid model. So this has the E all-wheel drive, as Volvo calls it. Beautiful car, beautiful car. If I can find it, I'll show you the Monroney so you can see what we're looking at. This is a great vehicle, wonderful engine. And the plug-in powertrain only adds to that. It doesn't, it doesn't kill it at all. It makes it way better. So, nicely done. Hey, this is Aaron from AaronOnAutos.com, and today's review is brought to you by Stop Soldier Suicide. Find the link below, click, and donate. Appreciate it. So, let's just get started. Coming over here, you can see some of the design detail happening now. So the Bowers & Wilkins speakers are up here, and you have your seat memory there, locks there, this beautiful handle. I love these. They feel good, and they feel like actual metal, so they probably are actual metal. Very nicely done, and it's a good kind of tangible, right? Hear that? It's actual metal. Down here you got your mirrors, so here's the mirror control, select which one, move it. Here's the door windows, here's both the window lock and child door locks. So when you activate this, it activates both the child locks on the rear doors as well as locks the windows so they can't be put up and down. Up here you got your dimmers, here's your deck release to open the trunk. Here is the fuel port release, so that pops the fuel, not the electric, which is on the driver's left fender, by the way. Down there you can see the dead pedal, and way up under here is a release for the hood. You have to kind of hunt for it. Looking at the steering wheel, so over here is your cruise control stuff. Adaptive cruise in this, of course, and it is pretty good at holding a lane too if you keep that on. So here's your turn it on and off, set it, resume up there. The back and forth is for the menus that go with it, and the driver information screen. Up here is the distance for that adaptive cruise. Over here you got some infotainment controls and so forth. So driver information stuff gets handled over here. This is the menus that you page through with it. This is the select, you go up and down, and then this jumps tracks. Right here is voice activation. I would recommend that you get used to voice activation because it works pretty good in this car, and it jumps past some of the clunkiness that there is because some of the things on the infotainment don't have hard buttons. Makes it a little, I don't know, not onerous, just makes it feel like a lot of work to get to some things. So get used to voice controls, they work really well. Over here is your washer wipers, etc. Pretty straightforward. I don't know that there's a whole lot to show you. Back and forth for that, you know, up and down for intermittent, back and forth. And you use this right here to select how active you want it to be. Over here is lighting. So you got signal turns up and down, you got high beams back and forth, you got in the middle here a select button for your it works on both, by the way. So anyway, here is your fog lamps, and then here's your regular lights. You move it back and forth for that. And then on the edge is a reset button. The reset button is actually for things that are happening up in here. So just kind of pay attention, you get the idea. Now, virtual instrument cluster. It's having a hard time focusing on the map in the middle, but the map in the middle is the least important thing we got going on here. So over here, here's your speedometer, and it reads speed signs through the cameras mounted in the windshield. It does a really good job of it until it's a school zone, then it gets confused. Just, that's common. Volvo has yet to figure that out. I've only seen maybe one company that has figured that out fully. So here's your gearing here. You do not, as far as I can tell, you do not have manual control of the gearing in this car. I don't know why you would want it. This replaces a tachometer. It's kind of like a power usage thing. So it's a combination of what the engine and the transmission and the electrics are doing together. And it'll show you if you're recharging with braking, stuff like that. And then up there is nice little whatchamacallit. Nice little, this is what's going on screen. So you can see I just locked and unlocked those rear doors, so it's going to show that until I do something else. Here's the outside temperature. Lights are on because I have them on auto, and parking brake is set, so on and so forth. So the driver information screen here is what changes when you use the menus on the steering wheel. They are not terribly intuitive, and yeah, so honestly, I would recommend doing most everything through the infotainment screen. It's very difficult to get things to work right here, and you see I have a digital one there. You don't actually need that since there is a head-up in this, but you know, the head-up basically is showing this. So it's up to you which one you'd rather use. You can turn the head-up off, or you can just not option it. So let's look over here. This is the infotainment screen. It's nice and big and clear, easy to read, but you notice there are no hard buttons for anything. Everything here is a soft button, changing according to what's on the screen. So it gets a little confusing. You have to walk through a lot of menus to get to stuff. So you can see there's 3 different menus if I slide back and forth. This is the one you'll probably use most often in regular driving. So this tells you the charge state. This tells you to lock the battery for whatever reason you might want to do that. This is your lane keeping aid. You can turn it on and off, set a couple of sensitivities there, cross traffic alerts, etc. Now coming down here, you have your camera system. So this is the cameras for the car. You can move them so you can see what you're looking at. You can do a 360 view if we want to look all the way around the car, and so on. It's fairly straightforward, I think. Then you can see I swiped. So you can move around to get the different camera views, or you can just select one of these cameras to get that view. Forgot to clean the lens off, so it's a little cloudy. Sorry. So you can turn the lines on and off. You can do a few other things. Kind of nice. I like this system. Now park in. So you saw that on the earlier menu, and you're seeing it here now. Park in is automatic parking. So it'll scan to the right and try to figure it out. Park out is the opposite. Pulls you out of a spot, right? Very cool, really like this. It works very, very well. And look at this. You wanna zoom in to see exactly where your bumper is? Good to go, they got you covered. This is a really cool, really useful system once you use it. So you have to actually use it, and then you see that's a hard home button down there that I used. Now, you can see that there's more. So if you want to go through and you want to adjust some things, change some things, kind of nice, you can adjust the passenger seat from the driver's side if you need to move it forward or something and you don't want to lean way over and reach, you know, try to get the thing because maybe somebody in the back is cramped, and so on. So very, very nice. I really like this. Now, jumping over here, this is sort of like your info systems. So here's your entertainment up here, and then down here you can change some of those things and telematics and so forth. Very cool. And then live action weather. Now on the bottom, always there, you can see it, is the climate. So you pop up the climate. Here's how you can run things. So I'll turn it on really quick. Now you can see what's available. You can change temperatures like this, move it up and down, and seat warmers and coolers right there. Now what's confusing is this has seat massage. You cannot do it from there. You do it from, I'll show you a photo of it. It's a knob, so sort of a toggle handle and a knob on the on the left side of the driver's seat, the right side of the passenger seat up front. Those are how you control the massage. So when you control the massage, I'll reach over and do it right now. It comes up with this. You go back and forth. There's toggle buttons on the top of it. You turn it on and off like that, and you can select what you want in the different options and so on. So this is basically the menu for massaging. Pretty nice. I like the way the system works. And then back to, this is sort of the default home screen. Gives you quick access to most of what you're seeing as far as what's available really quickly, what you're probably going to use the most. Down here you have a couple of hard climate and audio controls. So this is a volume knob. Pushing this pauses or mutes, depending on what you're doing. Here's your Dukes lights, here's your defrosts, and here's the track select back and forth really quick. And then here is a sort of empty button, right? This is some sort of input. I believe it's an SD card. It is an SD card. So if you have like music you want to shove in there or something, you can put one in there. Now, looking here, there's a bougie cover. Really pretty piano black in here. And here's your drink holders. They are bigger than they look. You can get a lot way bigger drinks in here than you might have thought you could get in here. Pretty cool. And they're stepped. This one is taller than that one. So if you have the same size coffee mug, the one in the back will be higher than the one in the front. Personally, I'd rather have it the other way, but whatever. It's thoughtful that they did that. Now, I'm sure you've been eyeballing this because you're wondering what in the heck is that thing. This is some authentic Umfors. I'm not Swedish, don't know how to say it, but this is Swedish crystal right here. Really cool looking. Glows a little bit at night, not very much. Slightly blue, really light glow. Looks really pretty. Shifting in this, I have to show you this, is odd. So as soon as you move this in any direction, you're going to go into neutral. So you see I'm in neutral. Now to go to reverse, I'd have to push it one more time. Now I'm in reverse. I want to go to drive. I have to go down to drive. So when I'm parked, you push that to park. To drive, I have to pull it into neutral, pull it into drive. These are lit up, but you can't really see it because it's daytime. So you get used to that, but it does take a little bit of time to get the idea. Another thing you have to get used to is the stop start, or well, the engine starting. So it works in the usual way. So, you know, normally it'd be a push button or something. You twist this. So you turn it like that, that starts the engine. You turn it the same way again, and it shuts it off. So turning it to the left does nothing. You turn it to the right. Down here, drive modes. Honestly, haven't seen a whole lot of reason to use these. There is no drive mode for like snow or any of that stuff. So it's mostly like, you know, sport and whatever. So I just haven't been using it. Doesn't feel like it makes a difference. Here's the parking brake. Pull it, set it, push it down, it'll release it. Here's your auto stop start. You can toggle it there. Here's a convenient spot to drop your phone. So it can just hang out in there, face up like that with the screen. And then in here, you can see some keys that I forgot to return. And a little storage, not a lot. It came with these cords, they're not mine. But these are just USB ports here. Here's a 12 volt right there. And then down there, you can see that receives the key for the car if you need to reset it for some reason. Really cool. Pretty setup. There's another 12 volt back here, some more USBs, and that's about it. Then we're just looking at this beautiful work. So you see the speaker up there. That's your center speaker for this Bowers & Wilkins system. And then you see the dash flow and just how well everything matches together. So you have that stainless steel mesh thing going on there. Then you have leather coming on the leather with this beautiful stitching, wood inlay right here, actual wood, I'm very sure. Then some more of that chrome, which is more like a brushed, and then down here plastic that is hard if you feel it, but it doesn't look hard. And it's not reflective, I've noticed. So whatever they did, they softened it so that it's a little better with the noise. And then just see the prettiness, how well it flows, how great this seating is. Adjustable thigh bolsters, adjustable every bolster actually. Beautiful leather, feels really good. Nice seating. You can see this is the Inscription model. And then the back seats. The back seats are nice. I have to move my hand. The back seats are very nice, good size. 3 kids back there, no issues at all. And good size trunk, I'll show you that. The trunk is good for a car this size. So this is bigger than a mid-size, I would say. So I'm gonna go with, it's probably almost a full-size sedan, but not quite. Kind of in the Toyota Avalon area of size, to give you just an idea. So beautiful car. Again, Volvo S8, wonderful vehicle. This is the Inscription model with the plug-in hybrid system. Nicely done. So good job to Volvo for this. That's all I got. That's it. So this has been Aaron on autos.com. Talk to you again soon. Subscribe.